Ross Matthew. I've been doing karate for 22 years now under my dad sensei, John Matthew. It's an exciting time for me because I was actually at the first 10K when I was 13 years old. I think it was 14 years ago yesterday. So yeah, and that was when Wayne Otto won it, who is a very, very respected martial artist and karateka, and someone that I've grown up watching and training with. Him being from East London as well, he was training quite closely with my father and often used to come down to our club. So I knew him quite well, and it was an exciting time seeing a role model, someone who I looked up to in the world of karate, fighting for £10,000. When I was 13, that was like £1 million to me. At the moment, as well as the European Championships, which will be in around about May next year, we've got this as well. So this is kind of all to live for at the moment. I know there's the Olympics, as I said, in 4 years' time. But now, currently, it will be the European Championships and obviously the 10K. Fantastic experience. I'll be fighting some fighters that I've never fought before. As a lightweight, obviously a lot of the fights I fight are fighting people my own weight category or just above that weight. So to know that fight is going to be like a open weight competition, which I fought in before a few years ago, but not to this level where it's going to be elite fighters. It's exciting, nervous, yes, nervous, but exciting as well. And I'm just going to give it all I've got in that competition and leave everything on the mat.
Try and think, every time Ross was born into karate, really, from he was small, walking, he was learning karate. Then I took him to the club very, very early on. He started coming to the club at, I don't know, 2 years old, something like that. And I think he started actually doing karate at the age of 3, but at 5 was when he really joined the club, and he's been there since. It was to be honest with you, it was a case of you're going to do karate, so get to like it, kind of thing. And thank God he really embraced it, you know, because it would have been a right chore having to drag him punching and screaming to the club. So every week he was just there, you know, eager, and it was like really a duck to water, really. So he's always done it. I remember the first 10K. It was a really exciting time. Just the atmosphere of it, the whole setting of the place. It was a right buzz. The thing about the 10K, it was like nothing we'd kind of experienced before. It was a brand new concept. It was an evening thing. There was loads of crowds shouting. And I remember being there, with Ross in the balcony and Leon, and the buzz of it. Everyone wanted to be part of it. You felt like you was out there with the fighters fighting. And I guess from that time and Wayne winning it, because even from a young age, Wayne was a natural hero of his. And Wayne winning that first one was a right big buzz for Ross. And I guess it's amazing now that he's fighting in it all them years later on.
My name's Joe Kellaway. I'm 20 years old. I fight at minus 75 kg. I train in Enfield with Andy Michaelides at Team WRKF. I started karate when I was about 6 years old, when my dad knew I had interest in fighting shows. As I didn't have a karate background in the beginning, like your Jamal Wattos, Jordan Thomases, I never went to a 10K show, so I had to find it out from them. So one day Jamal showed me the video of the 10K when Gurunov won it. And that's the one guy that sticks out in my head all the time on 10K is mentioned, is Gurunov, the Russian, who basically just murdered everyone in that competition with the kicks, best kicks I've ever seen, best Uramowash. And that, yeah, just a memory of just me, Jamal, sitting in Cyprus, watching 10K videos and just seeing Gurunov just take out big names. And it was just crazy. And soon as Jordan Thomas messaged me saying 10K's back on, get your name down, that was just an amazing feeling that I'm going to be a part of that generation, like Wayne Otto, Jason Legistar, Leon Walters, and Paul Newby. Just amazing that I'm following their footsteps now.
And Joe was 6 years old. We wanted to get him into a sport where it wasn't football. I was a footballer. When I was younger, I made a good standard of football. And I realised that it takes a lot to become a professional footballer, and I also wanted him to be able to look after himself, defend himself when he was older. And my wife come back from his school with a poster saying karate lessons on a Wednesday night, and we took him down there when he was 6. Joe took to martial arts really well, really well. He done 3 belts in 9 months, and his sensei at the time, a lovely bloke called Steve, he come up to me, and I'll never forget his words. He said, when Joe's older, he'll fight for England. And I laughed, because Joe was only 6 and 9 months, and his sensei's already spotted his talent. I just knew there was something about him in that sport that made him special. His will to win. That's really what it was. Anybody can throw a punch, but what takes a good fighter is someone that thinks about what he's doing. And Joe thinks about what he's doing, and he listens. Well, to be honest with you, I personally didn't know about the 10K clash until Joe brought it up last year. And then obviously I've looked at the fights that have been screened, and the people that have won it are, well, they're phenomenal, aren't they? They're Wayne Otto. They've been their world champions, and that. I think Joe can win. If Joe brings his game, and Joe's unpredictable. That's the big thing with Joe, and I'll say that in the nicest way. And the reason you can't predict what Joe's going to do is because Joe don't know what he's going to do. Being honest, because he pulls kicks and punches from all different angles, and I mean, you can't work him out. Many a coach looks at his fights or looks when they're watching, and then one day he'll gazami his way through a competition, and the next day he'll kick his way through a competition. So you can't work him out. He's not one of these people you can say he's a puncher, a kicker. He does everything. There's not many fighters out there that can do everything, and Joe can do everything.
I think I was browsing through Facebook, and I saw the post. I can't remember exactly what the post said, but the post said, you know, the 10K is back. At first, I didn't believe it, you know, because people say things all the time. They say they wish something was back and whatever. I didn't believe that at first, but the amount of publicity it was getting, like it was taken like so fast, and people were commenting, and you guys were replying as well. So I knew that it was for real. Then I got a phone call 5 minutes later, obviously from Jordan, and that's when it became more real. You know, that the idea of competing in 10Ks is a real possibility now, and something that is really coming around the corner. You know, but as I said, the whole thing it's exciting. You know, the scene's been missing something like this for so long, and even like in terms of the hunger that we have as fighters. You know, there's always individuals that you see that are always hungry, but I also feel there's like a lack of hunger, like in today's English karate, and I feel like events like 10K have the potential to spark that again, because it's given everyone something new. Do you know? It's very beneficial for the scene. I'm happy it's back. I draw a lot of inspiration from my dad, but not just with karate. It could be anything. It could be academic. It could be sport. You know, maybe not necessarily me trying to imitate and emulate what he's done, but we share a lot of stories. You know, like he tells me stories about when he was coming up, even at my age, or, you know, him fighting, and he shares stories about the team, and I get goosebumps listening to them. Do you know what I mean? Like it touches me. So I draw a lot of inspiration for him. I have the most respect for him, and whether it's not really about me trying to emulate what he's done. For me, I'm just trying to be the best that I can be. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be quite a little fairy tale story, you know? No, it would be nice. In my head, when I envision 10K as well, I don't envision an easy path. Do you know what I mean? I don't envision me cruising through rounds and then I get to a final. In my mind, I'm taking like everyone, like every single big name you can think of, first, second, third, fourth. Because even when I think about my dad's 10K, that's how we did it. Remember, he had Jason, Davin, Leon, like back to back. So in my head, you know, I'm taking out everyone. I know it's not going to be an easy day, but I believe on my day, can definitely do it.
It's ironic that my own son will be pegged to be fighting in this event, you know, and well, the roles will be reversed, you know. I'll be sitting in the audience, closing my eyes and not watching the fight, you know, and he'll be out there performing, and you know, I'll try and give him the benefit of my experience as much as I can, but again, you know, nothing is going to prepare him to be that focal point, you know, and I actually believe that he can win.
10K Karate Clash returns on the 16th of the 4th, 17. The Troxy, London. 32 Elite, one night only. 10K, winner takes all. Tickets available now from combatandstrength.com.